HTML coders out there. Today I'm doing a simple, just like a starter, like if you want to code in HTML, you can, right now I'm using code.org, which I usually use for HTML because I don't really know anywhere else to do it. But this is just going to be a simple HTML tutorial today. Alright, so if you see right here, I have my HTML page, I have my style.css, I have my CSS page, which is already in there. And so if you do choose HTML or code.org, these two will automatically be in there. This one, I uploaded this image for the sake of you guys having to look at all the random photos and stuff I have on my computer. But whatever. So this is the thumbnail. This is the first thumbnail I used for the geometry dash video before I edited and added text. So whatever. First, so if you're watching this video, if you're watching this video thinking that HTML is used for making cool games and stuff like Minecraft and stuff like that, HTML is used for website creating. So HTML is not used for games or anything like that. HTML is for creating websites. So the first thing, you gotta learn how to make text. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna type in P right there, like this, in these things, the bracket or whatever. They're not really brackets, but I don't know what they're called. So I'm just gonna call them brackets. So you do this, and then you type whatever you want in there. So I'm just gonna do subscribe to Troyzard, and then you type the same thing, but you put a / in there, and then it appears. Now, if it doesn't appear, you can always hit refresh and save, or if it, but normally it would appear. If it doesn't, it's probably because there's an error in what you did. So you can totally pause the video and do this anytime. So you can type anything in. It doesn't have to be, I can type in hello, and then it'll appear there, so I'm just gonna leave it at, I'm just gonna leave it at hello right now because I don't want to be a sellout in every video. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you hadn't watched till the end of the Geometry Dash video, I had one of my friends that did and typed in the thing in the chat. So I'm giving a shout out to Izzy, my friend, and I thank her very much for watching till the end of that video. And I know she's also subscribed to my channel, so I thank her very much for doing that. Whatever. So let's say I go here and it says the body is background white. Obviously, that is just the color. So that's just the color of the board right here. I can change that to say red, and then I can refresh and save. Oh yeah, except that doesn't work yet, because if you see here, there's nothing that links to that style.css. So what you gotta do, and you guys can definitely pause this video, because this is gonna be a bit of, in fact, I should probably explain this later, because that isn't the most important thing yet. So we're just gonna leave this at white for now, even though that's not really gonna do anything right now. So I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go back to index.html, and I'm gonna go to body, and in those brackets, I'm gonna type in H1. Now these sizes go all the way from H2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you do anything past 6, then it'll just come out as regular paragraphs, but it won't actually count as an error. And I've used that to my advantage before in creating a website and stuff, so I could add, because most of the time when you're using style.css and you're trying to color it, let's say H1, which I'm actually going to show you what that does. So H1, I'm just going to say hi there, for instance. And I know that text changed, and that's because that counted as part of H1 because I hadn't closed the bracket yet. And you gotta add your / at the end of that, and I typed in hi there. do you notice the size difference and that it's bold? So that's what H1 does. And now that, although it may seem like that's the smallest size because it's H1. So the, H1 is actually the biggest size. And I'm going to add all of these right now beforehand so I can show you. Now, if you see that it's escalating up, that's probably because there's an error. But see, I haven't added the end brackets yet, and sometimes you see that it's red, and that's where the errors are. See, I accidentally typed in H1 instead of H2 because I was looking at this up here. So that is also an error that it happens to me a lot. So you gotta definitely watch out for that. Also, if you are using this program, there's an inspector right here, and you can turn that on, and you can see that, and you can see like if. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go to H2 right here, and I'm gonna change that to H2. You see, it'll have it highlighted right there. It'll have it highlighted. That's what the inspector does. It highlights mistakes. Yeah, so that's useful. I'm going to change that back to H1 so it is not incorrect. Because I don't want to be a bad example if you do want to learn HTML. So this is going to be a good video for that. So I'm just going to finish this. And then this is going to add all the other sizes. So these are all the sizes. And I'm going to remove this so you don't get confused. Because that wasn't an H. That wasn't one of the heading sizes. So this is so my mouse right here, I'm hovering over H1 right here. This is the biggest size. This is the biggest size right here. This is H2. This is like a medium big size. This is the medium size, and this is H4, H5, and it goes all the way down to H6, which is like tiny. So this is also really useful for doing like. So, like, I can make, I'm just going to say, in here, example website. Now, obviously, I'm not actually putting this on the internet, but I'm just going to say, this is my example website. So, and then you see that it's like a title there, and then it says this is my example website right here as like the paragraphs. Now, this, like, I'm just gonna copy this a bunch, and I'm just gonna make it so it looks like really long. Kind of. So, you notice that doesn't look that good. It's just like a big, bold, this is just like, it's just a big, bold title and a few paragraphs or so. You know, you gotta add a little color. So that's when the CSS comes in. So go back to your style.css or whatever if you renamed it, you know, because you can rename it. So I'm just gonna leave it at style.css so I don't confuse anybody. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the background, and I'm gonna change it to pink because I don't want it to be too bright. So yeah, that's good. So the paragraph, I don't know. Let's make the color like a navy. And I think that a aquamarine would fit really well with that. So you see that doesn't do anything right now, and that's why you got to go back here and in the header. Now this might be a little complicated, so this is where you're gonna have to probably pause the video and copy down what I wrote. But so you're gonna type in link rel equals and in sorry I've been holding that cough in for a long time, so it but whatever. So what you're gonna go is you're gonna go down to style sheet in these little I forgot what they're called, parentheses, no, quotes. You put them in the quotes and you type in style sheet right here, and then you add another one right after that without closing the link thing, and you're going to do href. And then what you're going to do in there is that you're going to go and click, not index.html, I'm sorry. You're going to go and type in the name of your CSS page in there, and then you're going to close the bracket. And look at the difference. This looks cool, right? Now this looks way cooler. So now I think that we should add, I think what we should do is we should add a picture. So where we're going to go here, so how to add a picture. You go up here, you click add image, and you click upload file. Now when you click upload file, then you choose one of the pictures from your files, which you can also go to the internet and get a file, which I will explain what you do in that case. So, but you click upload file, you choose the picture you want, and then once it appears here, you'll close it out and wait for it to appear there. So I'm going to take this, you click on your picture, and where it says HTML, you copy what it says there. You're going to copy this, and then you're going to go here, and I'm just going to do, you can do this wherever, but I'm going to add this. I'm going to add this right here. And where it says image description, you can change that, so I'm just going to say geometry, I'm just going to make it geometry dash. And you know, this looks kind of small, doesn't it? So what we're going to do here is we're going to add width equals 100. Well, you know what? That's a little too small. Let's do 250. And I like that better. And that's already how we want it. But let's see, let's say that isn't, and you maybe like a little shrunk. You can do like 300 and make it taller, or you can do 150 and make it a little smaller. But we want it just a good perfect square. And oh god, he looks kind of angry. I think he looks kind of angry. But we're not going to worry about that. And if you want to add a black border to it, you type in border equals, and I'd recommend nothing above 10, because that would make a really big border. Let's see if I type in 100, see, that just make a big black space around it. I'd recommend like 5 at the most. You see, that makes a good enough border. 10 looks also good. I'd recommend using border if you just want a white space or something like that. If you have a white picture, you know. So you can take a second to copy this down, pause the video. I'll move my mouse off to the side if you do, so it's not like blocking. So yeah, this all looks pretty cool, right? And this is just basic. So something you can also do. So let's say that, so first I'm going to change this because this does look a bit, so I'm going to do dark blue, no, I'm going to do dark slate blue. That looks cooler. It's like a purplish. Now you see you can still tell that has color, right? But you think this might be a little hard to see, right? The paragraphs. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to our CSS, which I'm already at. You're going to type in text, align, add a colon. Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention, after all these commands, you add a colon right here. You add a colon after the command thing. You add a semicolon after all of that. So, like, I'm going to type in text align. No, wait. I'm sorry. I did that wrong. You're going to go to font size. And you're going to go and type in, you can type in whatever you want. For now, I want it 20 pixels. See, that's bigger, and you can see it now. And let's go to oh yeah, wait. And what you can do, so if you know this is off to the left side. Maybe you want it in the middle, like on the top middle right here. So now this is where text align comes in. So type in text align and type in center. And then add a semicolon. You see? It rearranged into the center of the page. So, and this is just, like, this is just the simple stuff. You can add buttons, you can make like quizzes and stuff. I think. Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff you can do with HTML and different types of coding and stuff. So, if you found this video helpful, then I'm glad. Oh, and there's one thing I didn't mention. So if you go to your picture down below, you can select like a different, like you can select like a different filter. Like this. This looks cool. Now you can do, this is pretty much normal, I'd say. Like I think sepia is sepia. Am I pronouncing that right? I don't know if I am, but that's like the normal one. So contrast is like more colorful, as you can see. There's a slight difference. See, contrast is like brighter. Vintage is like it's almost like bending in the ink. It's like almost bending in the ink machine style. It's like it's like the intro of Cuphead. Like it's supposed to look like olden, like when you're looking on the TV. Sunrise is pretty much the same thing except with color and like a little more of a red tint. I really like this one personally. Emboss, I really like this one, and you can tell it makes your picture pop out a lot. And then glowing sun, it pretty much is just like a golden or like red tint that it adds to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. So I'm gonna change it back to its original, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found this video helpful. I said that would be the last time I coughed in this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time if you guys want to see more HTML tutorial videos or anything else like that. But anyways, we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.